Oh, you know what? I'm gonna try another trick that I do often.
This is such a weird head.
Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Like, I feel like if it's not already, should be like the official art form of Burning Man.
Wow, yeah, that's awesome. Oh my goodness.
Alright, like I said, now I'm gonna start going in with darker colors.
I didn't think about this being so fluffy. That there'd be so many little shapes I gotta get in there. Right, I have to draw a color. I do not care. Odd mixes of color. Oh geez, I got sidetracked. I had a story.
Kinda hot mess.
In the best way. What? It was foreshortened and all that. But then he puts the dank shit.
I drew us being absolute dork. I'm an actor, musician, an artist. You're a chaos goblin that will be drawing.
I am locked out of any other layer. And I am here for a live stream. Thank you for joining.
Hello, friends. It's me, Lava Sub, or Weston, whatever he's more comfortable with. We're here with Live with Lava Sub. Thanks for coming. Today is a little bit different, as you can tell. You can see my face, and in fact, a large portion of me. You're probably gonna get some free feet pics. So don't ever say I didn't do nothing for you. But yeah, we're doing a little bit of live painting with acrylic. This is kind of, I mean, really one of the first art forms that I took on in like a professional capacity or whatever. I did a lot of ink stuff for a while, and first real canvases I was doing with acrylic. So I did a lot of this. I mean, they're all over my walls, and in fact, there's an entire stack of them here. Maybe if I get frustrated, I'll pull some of those out and show you some of our older work, but this is a piece that I'm doing for my aunt, Betty. If you're with us, congratulations on being the only boomer I know that can use Twitch. But yeah, we're happy to have all of you here today. This is a seascape that my aunt asked me to do for her, and if I'm being honest with you, it's not my my strongest suit. I'm happy with what I've got going right now, but it's not what I'm best at. It is something that I need practice on, and something I've done a lot in digital. Done a lot of seascapes in digital. It's infinitely easier. But I've already got some color. Basically, I've got black and blue that I'm going to be using for pretty much most of the day. I might not be as talkative. I've got my my good friend and producer Sam in my headphones. Let me know if y'all are chatting with me, because I ain't going to see it with my eyeballs. So feel free to ask any questions, chat with each other, get to know each other. Life's too goddamn short. Am I right? Am I right? So be buds. Chat with each other, ask me questions, whatever makes you happy, goddammit. What is it, Sheryl Crow? If it makes you happy. I don't really know. I just remember that song because it rips. Oh man. Absolutely housed these brushes. Last time I picked up my acrylics, I left a bunch of brushes in a water cup. Kind of just like forgot about them for a week or so, and then I found them again and they were completely dried out. The entire water cup I had was dry. And this brush, you might not be able to see it, low light situation, but very rusty on one side now, unfortunately. What am I looking for? What do I want? Well, I need a brush I can take on a little water, because I don't want to go completely dry brush here. It's not gonna help me with this kind of thing. Maybe I will eventually. Right now, I just want to get some black on my brush, start loading it up, just like Bob taught us. Tap, 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 tap. And the reason I'm going with this solid black. I'm gonna probably mix just a little bit of this blue in here. And reason I'm going with this is I want to try it, and I was looking at this piece before we got started, and I just wasn't happy with the contrast. The contrast is fairly limited, and I want to try and push a little bit more of that into this piece. Now that it's had some time to thoroughly dry on this canvas, I'm going to start going into this horizon line. I probably should have a chair for this. This is as high as my easel goes. That's okay. No, it's frankly, I don't have enough room behind me to support a chair. But I'm just gonna go take a knee. Comrade Colin. I'm just going right into it. Now, I did, last time I was doing this, doing this very light highlights down here. I don't want to completely cover that up. But, definitely going with a bit of a lighter touch this time. And hopefully this black will just make those waves or highlight kind of line I have on this little island out here in the background, make them pop all that much harder. Yeah, and if you're looking at this from a technical standpoint, of course I did this the wrong way. Usually, I think you would start putting in a lot of this darker shade, add that contrast before you started with your highlights. But frankly, the highlights aren't really that perfect. They're not the perfect highlights, so we can start them over. It's okay. Just cover them right on up. Best thing about paint, even though I don't have an undo button, still not quite as permanent as markers. I did a lot of goddamn marker art. Absolutely heartbroken over some of it, because there's just no way to fix it. You could white paint over it, but then you're basically just in mixed media territory at that point. You know, I might switch over to a fan brush. This chisel tip isn't, I don't think, my ideal tool. Anyway, not yet. I'm not done. I have plenty of paint on this. Can't give up on this paint. What do you know? I found something to sit on. It's not a chair, but it's fine. Water. Dirty cup. Probably move my coffee, so I don't end up mixing paint in my water cup, or in my coffee cup. Yeah. blue now. So I'm going to go closer into the next round of waves. Because, yeah, I'm not just trying to hit that back line. I'm trying to draw more contrast into all these areas between. So that when the white pops out, or even the lighter blues pop out, you notice, and it's effective. You didn't see that. No one saw. There's plenty of water in that. All of the things I thought about, like, oh, okay, don't want to make this a mess. I don't want to got drop cloths all over the place. One thing I forgot about. No, I lost a little bit of that blue. Let's bring it back in. More. Hopefully it was. Yeah. Oh gosh. Thank you, Sasha. That bitch do try. Oh wow. Okay. That's effective. Might hate this later, but right now I'm kind of loving this. Alright, let's hit that dry brush. Try and even a little bit of that out. Yeah. Yeah. We're getting somewhere. As you'll notice, I don't I don't take as much time as maybe other artists might with like all of the delicate lines of things, but especially right now, I'm just trying to get this contrasting dark in here so we can start working closer into getting back to finishing this piece. I want to try and wrap this up today. My aunt's been waiting for this piece for quite a while, and I can tell she's starting to get a little impatient. And while I want to tell her, Betty, this is a big canvas. I want it to look as good as it possibly can for you. Your patience would be invaluable in this time. I also can recognize when a client has had enough waiting and you just need to push forward regardless of whether or not you're going to be able to get the ideal result out of what you're doing. You know, I hate capitalism. I hate the pressures that it gives people like me and my comrades to work expeditiously rather than effectively in many cases. This is music and film and just you name it. Any artistic or entertainment medium. You're seeing the same kind of thing. And it's like almost like we should just, you know, recognize the reality behind how easy it would be to just cut them out and work together to do that. Kind of like seizing the means of production. Wouldn't be that difficult, I'm just saying. Fortunately, there's a whole lot of people who would rather play games and can afford to do so. We all suffer because of it. I don't mean video games. Video games are great. Tabletop, those are great. Talking about fiscal games. Really, I'm talking about privilege, but I know how popular that term is right now. I didn't know that. Interesting. Alright, I need to get some more blue in there, I think. I think I might even need to start mixing up a little bit more color in here to try and not completely draw too much contrast in it. You know what? Well, I've got it in this shade. I'm gonna go back in here. Fuck it. Just letting the brush kind of determine these little strokes here. I know I want it to be darker on this end. I think my light source is over here somewhere. Yeah. And you know, I've been on independent productions where that's all you get is one take. And as an actor, I like the challenge, but as a laborer, I think that can be next to impossible. A lot of the times, especially from like, if I'm working on an independent film with a handful of friends of mine, it's very different than being contracted through a like a site or things like of that nature, and having an excessive amount of labor demanded of you over a short period of time. And yeah, I mean, shoot, there might be at least a couple other actors in this chat right now. People know exactly what I'm talking about with a lot of these paid sites, where you pay for, instead of like an agency, where you're being or where they're looking for you for work, and you don't pay them until they get you that work. These sites demand you pay them so that you have the opportunity to potentially get work. They give you access to auditions that you aren't represented as an artist, that aren't necessarily there, but it is an exploitative business model that would have, when I was younger, I was a child actor, had an agent when I was younger. Not like a successful one, but yeah. It would have been unheard of. That would have been the red flag that, you know, oh, they're asking you to pay? Well, that's not how this works. This is, I mean, this is highly valuable labor. Artwork is work, and it is something that takes years to develop the skill for. Many people, you know, might be naturally gifted or whatever you want to call it. But again, a lot of that talk and those mentalities stem from like a whole place of privilege, where many people who see things like that don't quite have the same experiences that people like myself or as Sasha was saying, you know, have. And I know Sam has very similar experiences. Yeah. Good for you. Oh, right. But yeah, Sam was saying she's had to advocate for an entire cast before, and you know, I don't know if I can even tell this story. Right after the feature that I did, called Donovan Reed, you can find it on Amazon. I was the lead in this animated, this independent feature. Really proud of the work, but right afterwards I was kind of flying high and looking for more acting gigs and wanted to just keep the momentum going, you know. I ended up getting cast in this feature as one of the antagonists, which, you know me, or if you've been here before, you know that's my vibe. I love getting cast as an antagonist. I love being able to go big make big choices, and yeah, I mean, I love actors who can make you hate them by how well they play the character. It's no one's intention. I don't think anyone's ever like, man, I really want this audience to just fucking come at me on social media for the character that I play. I don't think anyone's feels that way. But the effect happens regardless of intention. In fact, that's something that's fun to talk about with art, is how intent is kind of pointless to talk about. Because all it really matters is how it was interpreted, how it comes across. A lot of art is just completely out of your hands once you're done with it. Alright, starting some dry brush stuff. Kind of more of a test than it is anything right now. little half circles up here in this corner. Kind of just like trying to mimic motion of water. But I also don't want it to be too overwhelming. Especially because this is kind of just our beginning shade here. Yeah, I'm not really loving the dry brush. It's affecting how much the paint spreads and all that. Yeah, I'm gonna throw some water on this brush. Dirty cup, dirty cup. Not to mention the paint's kind of drying on the canvas, or the palette. It's so hot today. It's hot enough for the paint to be drying super fast. It's not that hot. Like somewhere around 90. I don't know. Bring it, money. Topical, isn't it? You guys can't hear what I'm listening to. I forgot. Well, mixing on canvas now. Probably not very advisable, but I don't know. I want to finish this thing up. Oh, I hate it. Fuck me. I'm gonna try a smaller brush. Just drive myself insane. Absolutely. Anyway, feel free to ask me any questions. I'm... There. No, I don't... What do you... oh, like, with my mouth or with my feet or something like that, painting with that? Okay. No, I almost guarantee you I have. I can't quite call it, though. Yeah. Call it... Yeah. I don't know how I'm better luck with this big ass chisel brush. Let's go back. I don't know. Yeah, sorry I'm not more talkative today, folks. It's a lot easier to talk while I do digital art than it is physical. And today has just kind of been a shit day. Last couple days have been, last few months have been rough, frankly. Oh, what's up, brother? Saying hey to my brother Zach, in chat. This is a piece from my dad's cousin, who's technically not my aunt, but I've always called my aunt Betty. I think you might have met Betty one time, but would have been forever ago, around when my dad was still around, and yeah, probably even then only once. But yeah, Betty wanted a seascape, and I've been working on this for about a year, not like every day or anything, but trying to be consistent about it anyway. But it's just taking forever. I keep putting layer after layer on this shit. Oh, it's frustrating. I'm not like, you know, I don't think of myself as this kind of artist. But that doesn't really matter when you got a client, right? Right. Yeah. Can't be picky with clients. Oh. A little more paint in here. Getting close to just straight water. Yeah. Oh. might have made it too dark. That's fine. We're gonna go back over this with 800 more layers. Hey! Alright, we're gonna put you on Papa's room, because there ain't no way, mister. Come on. Hey, bud. Start if I lock the little guy in here? Everyone who heard that, I'm not like locking him in the closet. I just put him in my roommate's room with him. Absolutely not. Thank you. Thank you, Sasha. Ugh. Thanks, bud. Yeah, it's definitely helping. It's just I'm like realizing how much I'm gonna have to go back over it and over it again, and probably a few more times after that before it looks right. I thought I was closer to finishing this. I think initially I was gonna go with that much more washed out kind of look, but I wasn't happy with it, you know? Oh, hey, Bronwyn. Glad you could make it, bud. Thank you. Yeah, this is the painting that's causing me the insanity right now. It looks nice, that's for sure. I can see it. But it also, from my perspective, looks like a lot of work. I think that's what's pissing me off. But I'm cutting through some of that with this big-ass chisel brush. Yeah. Thanks everyone for making it. I know at least a couple of you in chat aren't usually able to come by at this time of day. It means a lot. Marvelous. Yeah, we really appreciate you for coming by. If you don't already follow our channel on the platform, if you wouldn't mind giving us a little follow. We're getting pretty close to affiliate, and closer we are to kind of building that following, the closer I am to not having anxiety every day over it. And that, I think, goes doubly for our wonderful producer, Sam, who has put almost her entire life force into this project, and I might be underselling it, frankly. Also, we do have a Patreon that we have rewards or tiers on. You can get all kinds of fun content we're gonna have coming out soon before everyone else, and you'll be the coolest Nerdcrafter. So that's on the table. You could be the cool one. Peer pressure. Yeah, I mean, great point. Sam says everything's super affordable right now. It would be the ideal time to get in if you wanted to be a part of our Patreon, if you wanted to be one of our patrons. I'll definitely... Yeah, in fact, if Sasha's still in chat, Sasha is one of the players in one of the games we have coming out soon. If you were watching Iron Hearts on Sunday, you would have seen our preview for Side Questers, and that is a project that Sam is the DM for. I am a player, and Sasha's a player, and it is kind of like a Game of Thrones-y, a lighthearted Game of Thrones-y kind of political intrigue game, run very much like a D&D game, and it's been one of, I know, you know me, you know that sounds right up my alley, so I've been having a lot of fun bringing my perspective to this game. It's something I'm very passionate about, and Sam read me like a book. Our last, well, I guess I can't talk about the actual like sessions we've had so far, but to kind of give you a idea, we our last session was very kind of based around the legality and the political effect of kind of hoarding resources. Let's just leave it at that. And that was a very interesting perspective to kind of play into, especially after the game. Sam kind of getting us an idea of where they were coming from with that concept. Very cool stuff. So we're really looking forward to getting some eyes on that game, and then of course we've always got Iron Hearts, which is our home game run by my old buddy Zach, who might still be there, but is always busy, so he might already had to take off. But yeah, Iron Hearts, and then tomorrow we're having the return of one of my favorite of our programs. Sam does a math building stream that we're returning to tomorrow afternoon. What time is that, Sam? At 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you have some time in the evening tomorrow, definitely come and check it out. It's super fun. Like with the chat, we all kind of come together and work out the details of a location for like a world map in a video game or a tabletop RPG. Yeah. This next one is going to be us. We're doing a shop inside of a volcano. Okay, what's up? No. Is it funny?
I played as Tommy, who chose like his option, trying to write stay away, and it ends with him forming a relationship, it's like forever. No deep, and I got nothing. I got nothing inside. I didn't have any ideas. Well, actually, I did have one idea. And as he says that, like in like a house background instead of stairs back. Jack goes walking through the back of the frame, biting an apple, starts going up the stairs, and he goes, "Hey, Hugh, you want to play Wolverine one more time?" "Yeah, sure, Ryan." And he goes up the stairs. Then he just looks at the screen. He's like, "Wow." Presses the Deadpool logo. Wolverine flashes go through the screen. I was like,
Wow.
"What?"
Wow.
He's like, "I didn't do it."
Yeah. That's incredible. I don't know if, so chat, my roommate's telling me about the Deadpool announcement. Anybody hear about that? Let me know what you think. I haven't seen it yet, but my roommate is, just told me some very interesting news about the new Deadpool and its current, its recent release of like a trailer. It was a trailer?
So it's literally just the announcement. We're making a movie, and our tease was
Okay, so it was like an announcement. It's pretty interesting. Anybody hear about this? Well, if you don't want spoilers, close your ears and go la 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 la. But yeah, evidently Hugh's coming back to play Wolvie. I didn't think we would see that again. Yeah. Interesting dude. Interesting performer. Yeah. I mean, dude, that's pretty intense considering like how old the dude is. Oh man, this is basically like, if you cut this off halfway through, half of this is nighttime. Maybe I'll just change the entire piece to a nighttime seascape. Nah, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I keep layering on these dark colors because I have too much of it on my palette. So I think I might need to just move on pretty quick here. Damn, this chisel brush is kind of just doing it for me today. Just had a weird thought. David Lynch was going to do a sequel to any of his feature films. What would you want to see? Chat, please let me know. What David Lynch movie needs a sequel desperately? I'm super interested in knowing what you have to say on this. I don't know why I thought it, but it was just like this intrusive thought that hurt me in a small way. What What did I do? Oh gosh. I mean, the closest thing we have to kind of think about it from that perspective is like Twin Peaks, where he's done, essentially like 2 seasons of a TV show divided by like over a decade, and in the middle of that, a feature. All in the same world and stuff. Oh my god. Is that because you watched the series, or are you like me and just dove right into the feature film of the feature film climax of that story? Because that's what I did when I was younger. I wanted to watch the thing, but I didn't really like have access to the show, and so I just watched I just bought a copy of Firewalk with me, and everyone I tell that is just like, God, you're an idiot. I'm like a huge David Lynch fan, so it's a pretty understandable take for them to have. Okay, yeah, and then watch the feature, right? Right. I don't even think I've seen Faces of Death. Is it one of his shorts? Awesome. Yeah, that movie for me for a long time, like the one you would show to somebody who's like, maybe we can be friends, but I'm still not sure, and I'm too socially awkward to have like that conversation. I would Nosferatu was like my go-to, because if you could sit there and watch a silent movie with me without like being intolerable about it, we were probably gonna be good buds.
Yeah, I'm gonna come on mic now.
What's that?
Yeah, I was Nosferatu is one of my favorite silent movies.
Yeah, same. That was like a big important period of my life, was like getting really into silent film, and like a lot of German expressionism has been.
Cabinet of Dr.
It's
Caligari.
something that I always, yeah, it's something I always go back to, as like inspiration. I really love silent film. I love the incredible ability to tell a story visually without having to dive into depths of dialogue and expository kind of stuff like that.
Oh yeah, we were kind of talking about that earlier today, when we were talking about WALL-E.
WALL-E and Genndy Tartakovsky, kind of just generally one of my favorite artists on the planet, and his new show Primal is absolutely breathtaking. My favorite shows running currently, and if you have access to either Adult Swim stuff or HBO Max. Cannot recommend it enough. God damn. Whatever's playing in my headphones right now is an absolute fucking ripper. Oh, I think it's Zorn.
You guys can't hear what Weston's hearing. You guys are hearing totally different tracks that are okay to play on the stream.
Yeah, sorry. Especially when I do physical art, I really want music. It's like part of the process for me.
Bronwyn says, Primal looks so wonderful. Gotta watch that before HBO Max makes it a tax write-off.
Yeah! Yeah, exactly. Do it ASAP. It's so good. It's so fucking good. It's, yeah, like I said, one of the best shows running right now. Tartakovsky's an absolute genius. One of the greatest filmmakers currently, despite the fact that every couple of years he'll make a goddamn Hotel Transylvania movie that is just the worst. Sorry if you're listening to this, Gendy. It's not your fault. I get it. You gotta do that every once in a while and make the money picture.
They're
so
lucrative.
you can make the important stuff. Yeah, they make a lot of money.
You know
That's
what?
for damn sure.
To be fair, of the children's movies, I find them to be one of the more tolerable ones. My mom actually really likes them.
I thought they were super cringe. Like the messaging of them is like very yeah, just put me in a weird space with like these this commentary that borders on cultural or racial lines, like depending this monster world and all that, like mixed with this like kind of lighthearted humor. It just all felt like a lot of I don't even know what.
I like that it's campy. I feel like it's campy, and that's the part that I enjoy about it.
Yeah.
It's almost like caricatures
No, for sure.
of the caricatures. And Bronwyn
Totally.
says that they will defend the movies on visuals alone. The animators go wild on the movies.
Oh wow. Okay. I'm making unpopular statements in chat. I'm a real Twitch streamer now.
Yep. You've made it! Now we need those 5 more followers. That's it.
Yeah. Everybody tag somebody that will roast me for hating Hotel Transylvania. Invite them in. So I'll just keep talking shit about Hotel Transylvania until Tartakovsky's here. And then I can tell him, hey, if you ever want to be my boyfriend, we can make that work.
Bronwyn says, yeah, Weston, I'm gonna fight you. Angry face. And I think that's a Pikachu with an angry face.
Wow.
I don't know.
Wow,
I'm not
wow,
up to date on all of my Pokemon.
I'm really curious what this looks like on camera. I'm gonna go sneak at my phone.
There's a little
wow.
bit of, like, too much light on one side of the canvas, but, like, on camera, I don't know what it looks like to you, obviously, I'm not in the room with you, but on camera, like, I get a good sense of depth from this. The colors look fairly dark to me. Like, I don't see a lot of, like, bald spots or, like, weird patchiness to it.
Yeah, I'm working up now, brighter and brighter, just trying to be kind of gentle about it. I had to switch out that chisel brush finally because it wasn't being friendly to what I'm trying to do at the moment. But that's okay. I don't blame it. It's not the brush's fault.
What are you using now? Something more feathery?
No, it's actually another. It's a much smaller chisel brush that I actually beat the shit out of a long time ago, and it doesn't really act like a chisel. Actually, I need a lot more water. I needed this brush another brush that I ruined not too long ago. I was telling Sam at the beginning of chat, I left a bunch of brushes in a water cup last time I was doing acrylic stuff. Totally forgot about it for like a couple of weeks. completely dried out when I got back to it.
I've been there too. Luckily, it's only
But
been with
now
like
it's
cheaper brushes.
Yeah, now it's just a good mop for when I need to add a bunch of water to a palette. I don't know how Twitch got the raw end of the deal, because you know what's weird is watching other people's streams on like TikTok, for example. They don't give a shit what music you play. I thought that was super interesting.
Well,
Once I started seeing it, I don't know what Twitch did to make it this difficult to play other people's music.
well, I feel like it might also be a case of like Twitch has been around a lot longer than TikTok has, so maybe some like things haven't caught up to TikTok yet.
Could be.
Because I mean, like, Twitch wasn't getting hit for a long ass time until like YouTube really started enforcing.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, like, as a producer, I would feel better making sure that if we are playing music on our streams, that the artists get paid for it. Or at least get properly promoted. Like, the music that's currently playing on the stream right now is licensed through Feslian Studios. And they have generously allowed me their entire catalog to play royalty-free. We've also got like some other artists and bands that we know and have worked with that have provided music for us in the past, so... Yeah, just want to make sure that everyone at least gets recognition, if not money for it. Because people should be paid for their art.
Yeah.
At least that's what I believe. But, you know, who knows? I'm a crazy artist too.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bronwyn. Yeah, credit is important. Is the only color paint on this blue?
Blue. Yeah. Yeah.
That's amazing.
I might have added a little green when I first went into it, but that would have been basically, yeah, like in here. There's like I think it's this aqua green,
Ah.
a little bit of that mixed in with some white, making it look real minty, but kind of giving you that sea vibe.
The foaminess,
like-
yeah.
Yeah.
Makes me miss the ocean, man. I miss being an
That's
hour
crazy.
away.
I live in LA. I'm a half an hour away from the beach, and I haven't been since I moved here. Fucking crazy. Being poor fucking sucks.
Maybe somebody will send you a tip on Venmo, and you can afford to go down to the beach for a little while. Like, it's therapeutic getting out there, listening to the waves, feeling the breeze.
Yeah, I agree, yeah. It's something me and Kat have really been talking about a lot. Just trying to get out there and hang out at the beach for a day before the summer is completely over. Although it's technically over, it's never really over in LA.
Mm-hmm.
As long as it's not like middle of, I don't know, February, I think is like when it's really cold out here. Not the only time it ever gets anywhere close to that.
You know, that sounds correct, because that's usually when, like, I had work conventions at my last job, and they were, like, out by the coast. And, like, after the conventions, we would always take, like, extra time to go down to the beach, and it was always super cold.
Totally.
But hey, I mean, it gets less touristy, right? As it starts to chill
Sure.
off. Is there a beach you like to go to down there?
I haven't been to one yet, so I don't even know. I just know we're really close to, what the fuck is it? I can't remember. We're really close to one of the big beaches. Starts with an M, but I can't remember off the top right now.
Yeah, I can't think of it either. The one that I like to go to is Balboa. It's usually like less crowded. There's like a little carnival area. Lots of good food. And it's usually pretty like mellow. The texture must look so good in person.
It's actually kind of getting flat now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay. You know what I might do is switch over to palette knife. Start hitting this. No, it's too early for white. Ugh. That's when I do this. Oh, what are we looking at for time, Sam?
Oh, it is currently 4:48 according to my computer, so about
Damn.
45-ish minutes left. Time flies, man.
Wow. Yeah. Alright. I'll be back in like 5 or less.
Alrighty. Yeah, we can go to a little break. And we're back.
Gonna try this big fan brush. Try and add in a little more blue. Oh damn, it's drying fast. Might add a little slow drying medium to this so that we have a little more time with the paint. But that's gonna change a lot of the consistency and things like that, so. And wait till it's necessary. I should do another one of these with another painter that works in a physical medium. Oh, did I lose you guys?
No,
Oh,
we're still good.
For a second, all the music and everything cut out all at the same time, and I was like, uh-oh.
No,
I
you're
have to
good.
restart the stream. Okay. Oh, shit.
Is that a good oh shit or a bad oh shit?
Good, oh, shit.
Okay.
When it came back in hard. Oh, I need that paint.
When you're listening to music, is it like music that you've curated on your phone, or is it like Spotify?
Alright, you're actually outing me as an absolute dork.
No, I'm
I
just
use
curious.
Pandora.
Oh, Pandora, okay.
Yeah, okay, this is actually, I'm not actually as critical of this as I lead on. What I do is, what I've been doing for years actually with Pandora, what I've been doing is basically slowly, very carefully cultivating a playlist. And thing with Pandora is that's basically impossible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember.
So it's actually really interesting the way that I've been doing this. It's like basically just like what am I fucking doing?
Painting. Did you black out?
I know, I'm just an idiot.
No, you're not.
So, yeah, Pandora is a weird platform for music, and basically I've just like
You've been teaching
start
it.
a station. Yeah, I start a station with an artist that I really enjoy, and then the first few times that station comes on, it's going to play all kinds of stuff that you don't want. That's just how Pandora works. But if you, independently of like or in the actual like artist channel, you can thumbs down songs that have nothing to do with the artist, or aren't the artist. That's usually what I do, is I will thumbs down anything that isn't the artist that I was wanting to play, and then that eventually, over a long period of time, you get like, you know, independently, like you're not adding any of the I want this song, or I like this album, by this artist. You just add in just the artist, and you let it kind of play what it wants for a minute. As long as it's that artist, you like it. You sum it up. And if you really like it, you bookmark it.
Bronwyn
And then
says...
that...
I'm sorry.
What's up?
Bronwyn says you've domesticated Pandora.
Kind of.
It's a win through persistence.
Well, eventually, it kind of gets what you're trying to do, and it starts playing more of that artist, and then you switch it to shuffle. And the shuffle will then start only playing certain songs by that artist. However, it's kind of the downside of that. You have to be in shuffle. So like you can change your shuffle so that it's only like a couple of different artists. Like you go for like a vibe, like I want this kind of music, and then it will give you better chances of it playing the kind of thing that you were looking for in the first place. I swear, I don't even know how to do waves. What am I doing? But yeah, so this shuffle, what I usually do, what I like to do, which is the kind of nutty part, is I like to basically do a shuffle of all of my music, all of the artists, and then it's just this really wild kind of mix of a lot of different music, but especially for like painting, it just gives me like a little bit of a different vibe every time. Every song is a little bit like its own kind of yeah, kind of gives whatever I'm doing its own like personal unique vibe. I used to do some live painting back in Sonoma County, where I would go on and like kind of be off to the side of the stage or in the back of the audience and paint to artists as they played their set. That was like this really cool thing that I really like doing, because you kind of can just like pick stuff up off of different like vibes people are throwing down in the middle of their sets. Gives it this very unique vibe, feeling to each of the pieces. Oh man. Yeah, I kind of use my Pandora that way now. Like, I think my problem is some of these waves are going out and some of these waves are coming in, and that's not how the ocean works.
Unless there's a hurricane nearby.
I realized where I was going wrong like halfway in, or actually just like a minute ago.
It's never too late to change the direction. Bronwyn says Spotify has them hostage because there's no way to transfer 6,000 plus song libraries to another platform. That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah.
I was mostly asking because maybe there was like an integration thing that we could do on the Twitch, but I don't know if Pandora has anything like that.
I doubt it.
Probably not.
Pandora lives in the year 2004. That's before Pandora even started, I'm pretty sure. But it has not, like, it's probably easily the worst of the music streaming services. Only thing is I started paying for the ad-free version a long time ago, and well, don't pay for it anymore, but it hasn't started giving me ads yet, so I'm hoping they just changed things. But I still don't get any ads, so that's the most important thing to me, is I just don't want to hear any goddamn ads. If I wanted ads, I would go to YouTube.
Bronwyn says, I don't know, I've heard Tidal gives Pandora a run for its money as worst music streaming platform. I've never even heard of Tidal.
It's Jay-Z's. It's Jay-Z's platform, and there's a bunch of
really?
artists that went over there. Oh, dude, that's such a story. Like, really, honestly, it's one of the most interesting stories in music.
I don't know. Nothing seems to surprise me coming from that sector of people anymore. Like, just people who are rich from fame.
Well, the interesting thing... Oh, wow. I just tore off a whole... Huh. Anyway, the interesting thing about it is that it's really good to the artist. A lot of the artists get the highest payouts on Tidal than anywhere else.
Well, that's good,
but yeah, I've heard the UI sucks ass. And it's kind of like its own, like, industry kind of, like, joke. Don't come after me.
No, if anything, app developers reach out to Tidal. Apparently they have some job openings that might be available to you if you know how to build a good app for music.
Alright, we are lightening this blue now. We're going for...
Ooh, we're lifting it up.
Let's see if we can get there. How are we looking on time?
Oh gosh, it's 5 o'clock already. So, I mean, technically half an hour, but, you know, up to you if you feel like you want to go longer.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if this is motivating you to finish this commission for your not aunt, then by all means, use it as motivation.
Alright.
I might dip out to go and grab a bite to eat at some point, but, I mean, I can let it run for as long as you want me to.
Okay. Keep that in the old noggin. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Okay. Oh man.
What's going on? How you feeling?
I hate it.
What do you hate about it? Is it the color? Is it the shape?
I'm
Is it the act of doing it?
That's a lot of things, I guess.
Is it not doing what you want it to?
Basically. Not the color I want. Not the transitions between colors that I want. It's frustrating me.
Get a empty brush with it just is a little bit wet, and I think you can probably like feather out the edge a little bit.
I'm basically doing that, but instead of that, I'm just like trying to wipe it off.
Oh. Do over.
Fortunately, it's gonna kind of glaze everything and erase a lot of what I've already done today. Alright, I'm tired of doing this. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna show you guys some of the old stuff I've done. In the last little bit of the stream.
Alright,
This
yeah.
is a lot of it. A lot of it I've done with my partner over the years that we've been together. They were a big part of getting me into physical medium stuff. This one we did quite a while ago. Did a lot of pieces like this that are just like these kind of abstracts that have elements of like figurative art as well. A lot of the stuff that we did, you can find a good example of it, is like things that can be viewed from multiple angles. You can kind of draw your own interpretation of what things are depending on how it's being viewed. Here's a great example of what I'm talking about.
It's a lot of canvases.
Yeah. We've been doing this stuff for years. This is way more on that abstract edge of things.
There's no discernible up.
Right, exactly. It can be displayed whichever way, and you can kind of draw something else out of it depending on how it's being presented. That was a lot of what we were doing, especially, it's very much my partner Kat's kind of like, what's the word? They're, like, yeah, it comes from like their work, and what that's a lot of what they do is this very they're just super talented and are able to do these very complex pieces that have like that element of abstract to them, but can be kind of many different things. This is one I did myself.
Oh, cool.
I would say this is unfinished, but
getting
definitely
kind
not
of
one
like-
I've.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh yeah, it's definitely not one I've gone back into in years. So I might never go back into it, kind of thing. But I like it, for at least where it's at. Oh, here's an interesting one.
I got kind of like a blue, meanie, yellow submarine vibe from that.
Oh,
Sasha in chat says that she used to do abstract art all the time, and that it was their favorite thing to do in art class.
yeah, it's definitely something that's really meaningful to me. I'm not like a talented like painter of like portraits and things like that. Real life naturalism, it's not what I do. Unless it's in digital, then it's much more approachable to me. I think I've brought this up before, but it's like yeah, it's like you can see the abstract and figurative elements of this. Kind of like, I think this piece specifically was like when I was really into like going through a lot of the art history stuff. This has elements of like my inspiration from like Francis Bacon to a lot of like the more cartoony artists that I was into, like
Could you tilt it up just a little bit? There's some glare coming from the lamp.
yeah, is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, if I'm not mistaken, this was a piece I'm pretty sure I did for my niece when she was really young. And I finished it like thinking I was looking at it like this isn't the right vibe for my niece. You know, she was like, I don't know, she was like just still a pretty much a baby. So I finished another one and I brought both, and I showed her that one, like, hey, what do you think of this painting? And she was like, and I was like, no, I'm kidding, it's not for you. And then I pulled out another piece that I gave her, and everything was okay. This is a collaboration I did, actually, which is rare. I don't often do physical art collaboration, but other than me and my partner, mostly just because it's not easy to organize that. But yeah, this was me and my partner and my friend. I don't know if I'm supposed to say their name. They like to live privately, but this is this is a good old friend that I went to high school with, and mine and my partner's work all together. Very intense thing. Kind of reminds me of like a Fantastic Planet in a way. This is something I'm actually really proud of. I like this one a lot. This is definitely finished and for sale. Oh! There's a cord there. Let me wipe it off real quick. Oh yeah, everything's fine. I just tripped over the cord. Just give this a little wipe.
I might have to send you some gaff tape so you can tape down your wires.
Oh, we have it. I move everything so often for TikToks and recording this and recording for Iron Hearts and all the different kind of camera setups I have to keep. Makes it hard to tie down all the wires.
That makes sense. Doesn't make
This
a whole lot of
also,
sense
like,
either to use the tape. That's cool.
Yeah, this is here we go. Yeah, this is a piece I did a long time ago, but I really like this kind of like eldritch horror kind of vibe with this green moon behind this fleshy mountain with teeth and an eye in the center of it. very textured floor or ground around it, kind of like all of this drippy paint. This is a lot of like years of kind of like perfecting certain techniques. And this was definitely something my partner helped me with, the moon especially. But I'm pretty sure a lot of this blue and red kind of drippy stuff was their work as well. But yeah, dang, yeah, this got real dusty. I guess I need to wipe down my paintings again soon.
Oh, hey, I don't know if you have it around or if it's easy to access, but do you have the acrylic pour that you did the last time you did a physical art stream?
Oh, yeah, let me just pull that down. Actually...
Yeah, because I'm curious, because, like, we haven't gotten to see it dry.
Yeah, and I peeled all the aluminum foil off the drip.
Oh,
So
that's
you can
kind
get
of cool.
Yeah, you get to keep the paint where it comes off the canvas, but you lose all the aluminum foil that... yeah, I really am happy with how it's turned out. Let me get it a little closer to you.
Sasha's taking off. Bye, Sasha.
Take it easy, Sasha. Thanks for stopping by, bud.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Oh! Nice save.
Thank you. Yeah. This one's, because the medium is so glossy, it's probably catching a lot of reflection right now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
It's actually not too bad since it's, like, kind of in front, closer to the camera.
Great. Yeah, I really like... I've done a few of these for commissions for friends of mine. We had a friend who was doing, I don't know, say smokable oil. We did a pouring piece for them a long time ago, and I've done a couple like personal commissions for old friends and stuff. Oh, let me pull this out. This is one of my favorite pieces I've ever done. It's a huge ass canvas, and it is done.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I really like this piece a lot. Another one Kat helped me with.
This guy is a
A lot of
vibe.
these- yeah, it for sure is a vibe. Like,
Bronwyn says they
Yeah.
like the last piece reminds them of fire.
oh, yeah, I can see it. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, this, we have like a bunch of textured mediums on. So this one, that's why the moon's so glossy. That's why this character has all these very like matte kind of tones. Trying to kind of like use a lot of those textures to draw your eye certain places, make certain things stand further into the foreground. This actually has a pretty decent impasto on it. Like if I turn it sideways, you might be able to see.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. So I really like that really thick, kind of chunky, heavily impastoed style of art.
Mm-hmm.
When I look at it, and it's definitely something that I was very inspired to make a lot of once I started seeing it. Actually, yeah, you like the pouring piece. Let me pull this one down. This is another one me and Kat did together a long time ago. Oddly for my mom, for a Mother's Day.
Ooh.
Yeah, but she had it for a few years, and then when I moved down here, she handed me a box that had all kinds of different stuff in it, and along with that was a bunch of the paintings I had made for her. She was like, I think she was like, you can sell them, you know, that way you can make some money when you move down there and all. I was like, I appreciate that, but I also made these for you, lady, come on. Yeah, this is a piece that I think is some of the best work me and Kat
It's
have done together.
gorgeous. I agree
yeah.
with Bronwyn, who says, oh wow, that's amazing.
Thank you. Honestly, this is 90% Kat. Like, I did a lot of the textured medium in the face, but they made it look good in the lips. They add in a lot of all of the outside detail is theirs. They helped shape the face and, like, honestly covered a lot of my big mistakes that we had started with. The pouring medium, that was my biggest contribution to this piece. Yeah, I'm really happy with how it's turned out. This is definitely one of the pieces that I'm most proud of as an artist. Let's find.
Well,
Let's
don't
see.
be surprised if you get some offers if people see the clip that I just took.
Yes, please buy my art. This is another heavily impastoed piece. This has a ton of different textures in it.
I'm getting like All Real Monsters does Ghostbusters.
Yeah, this is like I was doing a series of these. Here, let me grab another one. These very heavily impastoed, like funky little monsters. Oh, it's stuck on the wall because it's a board. I'm not gonna get it down.
Bronwyn
Yeah,
says, Frogman!
Yeah, but I started with the basic shape of this monster guy, and then I spent like probably close to a year doing all of this background. Here, actually, I want you all to see this, so I might actually come over there. There's a lot of stuff that I put into the detail of this piece. Like you have these mountains in the background that are breasts.
Oh, wow.
You have this,
not breasts for stream. They're not breasts.
Right.
It's okay,
right.
I saved you.
I thought it was fine with art, but
I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know what the deal is. I'm just covering ass.
yeah, we've got this like almost like Paleolithic kind of like home over here in the corner. We have this kind of Roman columns, this more modern building in the foreground, and then this entire other side is like this very like New York sidewalk kind of thing, bathed in like this red and gold. And yeah, I put a ton of hours into this piece. I mean, the impasto is really thick. It's basically half sculpture.
Wow.
Yeah, I really like that one. Actually, a friend of mine wants to use that for an album cover. They just want to license essentially the image, give me like a little bit of money and a little bit of return if they make money on the album.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Actually, I was talking about the feature that I was in. The guy who played my dad, Anthony, that client, really, really wonderful guy. It was really cool working with him. I learned a lot about myself from him, let me say. We have a lot of really similar kind of like backstories, histories, whatever you want to call it. Had a lot in common. Really good dude.
Just a heads up, Weston, it is 5:24 according to my clock.
Oh.
So, like...
Alright, well, we're probably wrapping up soon, but I wanted to show
Yeah.
you guys a few more pieces and
Absolutely.
let you know all of these are for sale. And if you would like to buy them, hit me in my DMs. You can find me at Lava Submersible or email me at Nerdcrafty. What is it, Weston at nerdcrafty.com?
Yeah, I'm gonna drop it in the chat.
This is another one of those pieces that's kind of like viewable from every angle. Kind of more on the abstract side of it. Another piece that me and Kat did together. If you can't tell, I love color. Okay, some of these are so heavily impasto that they stick together. Let me find one that's finished. I've got a lot of unfinished ones in here. Oh, I've shown this a bunch. I don't know if like on stream, but this is one of my favorite pieces I've ever done. Another big pouring medium piece. It's actually kind of like, I liked a lot of diorama I did in school. So this is kind of like the logical extension of that. You have this beach, and it opens up to this archipelago. And it's just a pizza box that I've kind of made into this strange art piece. There's actually a canvas board inside to hold the paint and make sure everything stays stable. This actually was almost ruined in the last year or so because of my very irresponsible landlord not knowing how to keep their building up. All landlords are bastards. None of them are your friend. Let's see. Oh, okay. This is one of the first pieces I ever finished. I was a pretty heavy smoker for most of my life. Still do a little puff occasionally, but mostly a very different way. But these are my lungs, as I imagine them, kind of in the style, again, of Francis Bacon. I was massively inspired by his work, and this was something that was one of the first pieces I ever finished. That I went oh damn, I can do this. Yeah, that's what I thought my lungs looked like.
Your lungs look pissed off.
Yeah, this would have been 2012 probably. Yeah, I don't even have a date or a title or anything on this, but I've had this for years and years and years. So, if you want to own my lungs.
It's not a black market thing, it's an art thing.
Yeah, promise. I swear, Twitch. Oh man. Yeah, this isn't mine. This is one of my partner's pieces, but this is one of my favorite things. I absolutely love this piece. Cat has their work for sale as well. They're at Into the Cat Eye on Instagram and on TikTok. Feel free to commission them or purchase some of this art they've done or the art that we've done together. It would mean the world right now. Alright, well, Sam, I would keep going forever, but I don't want to keep you. I think I'm just going to show one more piece.
Alright, one more and then we'll wrap it up.
Alright, y'all. Well, this is another big-ass canvas. Can you see all that?
Ooh, bring it down a little bit. Now we got all of it.
So, this is still technically unfinished, but definitely haven't picked it up in quite a while. I just, yeah, I've put so many hours into this piece. Kind of ran out of steam on it. I might still go back into it, and if you like it, you can purchase it from me, and I'll definitely put more work into it before I send it. But yeah, it's hours and hours and dozens of hours of work. So I couldn't sell it for super cheap or anything like that, but not to mention I will be putting a lot more work into it before I send it, because I am not quite satisfied with it, but it's very close. So, yeah, thank you so much for joining me today. Definitely join us tomorrow, the same place, right here at Twitch, for Sam's map making stream. Check out our recent episode of Ignore the Bird, Follow the River. We did our part 2 on Willow. It was a hell of an episode. We put a lot into that one.
And it's also one of the first video episodes.
One of our first video episodes. We're not doing the one shot. And yeah, check us out next week for Iron Hearts. Of course, you can find all of our past streams, the most recent ones right here on Twitch, and all the rest of them on YouTube at YouTube Nerdcrafty Network. And join me next week for Live with Lava Sub on Tuesday, 3:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm Weston Lee Ball, or Lava Submersible, and I hope you all have a really nice night. Take care of each other out there.
Bronwyn says, was a lovely stream. Thank you, Bronwyn. Have a good night.